Got it.
Wayne, what does your shirt say? Is it lions, not sheep?
Yes, lions, not sheep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, I grabbed a couple shirts off of what is his name? I can see his
Whaley,
face. Yeah.
What is his name? Sean
Whalen. Sean Whalen.
No, you don't do that.
All right, welcome everybody. We're Sunday night again, and we've got a big week ahead of us. We are KetoCon bound. We are all getting ready to head out and get this show on the road. So we are excited to get there, or just get on the way, at least just get the oddball stuff over with and get out the door. So we're excited. We are trying to stay in ketosis as best we can. We had grandkids all weekend. Woo! Wow. Took the kids. We have not taken the kids for ice cream in over 3 years. And we had a big homemade ice cream shop open up. So we took the kids for ice cream. And I swear, it's again one of those lessons. We did it. Don't need to do it again anytime soon. I'm good. Like, it was that instant, like, oh my gosh. But again, we try to take the moment. I don't get both grandkids very often. Enjoyed the night. Had fun with them. Even the kids sat there going, because they're both of them are usually in ketosis, and they both sat there within 5 minutes. Maddox is sitting and spinning, just twitching, and he's just like, everybody was just having. I
don't know if they almost didn't finish them. I mean, it was crazy.
Home, she couldn't finish it.
It was like they haven't realized that feeling, and they haven't been through it enough times to say, nope, I'm not going to do this again, or I'm not going to do this because I know what I did. They thought they still wanted it. By the time they had it, Maddox was over there like this with a headache, and Harper said she went, I don't want any more. It was like, really? Okay, cool.
So it was one of those, we didn't push it, but it was just fun. We took a moment, had a memory with the kids. He had the roof off the Jeep and doors off the Jeep and everything. It was fun. So we had a fun day with the kids, the weekend and everything. So it was just a blessing. So trying to get ready to go, get moving in the right direction. We are going to we had our meet today, trying to get back on track, ready. I want to be fasting. I'd like to be fasting heading into my speech on Friday, because I know that's when my brain works the best. My nerves will be under control. So I am going to try to be coming off of at least a 48. So I don't know. We're going to play with it. I'm going to try. We usually fast through flying and stuff like that, because I don't want to eat the crap on there. Yep. So we're going to do the best plan we can. We're going to take some things with us to be ready. But I think just the cool part of traveling and knowing how to do this in the advanced stages, we fast. When it's a question, we just fast and get through it. And then when we can sit down and plan a meal, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to wing it. I got cardio rehab tomorrow is my last one. Then we're going to be ready on the roll. Not my last one, just last one till I get back. I wish.
Almost.
I wish. No, I'm still, although last week
they punished her last week.
Last week, I always have to keep sitting down because my heart rate goes too high. And Friday, I made it all the way through cardio rehab without having to sit down and without the 95-year-old beside me beating me. So I finally made some progress at cardio rehab. So blessings the whole way around for the weekend. And
she's not keeping track at all.
Not at all. I'm just ready. I got to get better and do this. I am so, you know what it's like to be in a room full of 90-year-olds and they're kicking my butt and they're going in there. She calls me out. She'll say, Miss Tammy, you need to sit down. And I'm like, I'm stretching out. I'm not even doing anything. I'm stretching out. She's like, you need to sit down. While the 90-year-olds over here at 3.5 on the treadmill uphill. So it's just, and again, it's having to meet my body where I'm at. And as much as it's frustrating and I can laugh about it, joke about it, it is a laugh and a joke, because I truly have to step back, each of us do, and meet our body wherever we're at. And I'm not being able, as much as I love the 72s, they haven't been working. I've been making it to about 48 and having to call it quits. I'm having to listen to my body and just do what I can do instead of going into rehab for that third day on that 72. So again, it's learning to juggle the numbers, learning to do what works for your body is what our goal is trying to teach you how to manage that, how to read it. And we do the best we can do. Some days we're really successful. There's a season in life, and then there's some seasons that we're just maintaining, and that's okay. So that's where we're at. So come on in, Stina, tell us how your week's going. Can't wait to see you and give you a real hug. Come on in.
I'm doing good. So yeah, my plan for traveling is fasting as well. Because of my lymphatic disorder, it's just better if anybody has lymphatic disorder. It's really much better if you fast during any kind of flying or anything like that. So I'm going to do a short fast at the beginning of the week. And then I'll have something fast for flying. And then once I get into Austin, it's just trying to adapt so I don't eat too much. Anyway, I'm still good with fasting. I've upped my activity on the weekends. I need to get it more consistent during the week. I'm working at a barn. I do 5 and 6 hours on Saturday and Sunday, which is huge for me because a year ago I was basically couch bound because my legs wouldn't work. So I am okay. I'm good with this. And the revelation for me was that, you say you want an exercise plan. Well, when you do it as employment, you get up and do it. And that's what's worked for me. So
Absolutely.
I'm real happy to be able to do it. I'm happy to be able to, I pat a few noses at the barn. So there's a little oxytocin going on and stuff like that. So, I get my exercise, I get some work and all good. But now I'm starting to look forward. Okay, what's my next goal? But I'm going to wait until after KetoCon to put that on right in front of me. But It's time to set a new goal.
Good. I've always said, being a personal trainer, we owned a fitness studio and a dance studio and everything. I've always said my best commitment to it, the why I teach fitness is because it makes my butt show up and do it. And when you're doing it and teaching it to help somebody else, you quit worrying about your own pains and agonies and you just do it. So I applaud you for doing it. And I love that you make it a part of your day. And if you can teach a class for your church, for your friends, for your girlfriends, at least commit to being the leader of it, some kind of fitness or something. It's neat because it makes you show up when you don't feel like it. When you would probably say, it's just me, I'm going to sit down and take it easy tonight, I don't feel like it. It makes you commit because you'll show up for somebody else more than you'll show up for yourself, which is sad, but it is a reality. So good job, Stina.
But
looking forward to meeting a bunch of people the end of this week, actually.
So. I said there's going to be some long, awkward hugs going on.
Oh my.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Alan, I see you joined.
Yeah. How sweet is it though of, I've never been really big on this whole kind of platform thing. And it's like, we truly have found family on here and it's nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is nice.
It is.
So, such a blessing. So come on in, Wayne. Tell us how you're doing. I can't wait to see you. Wayne's another one. Family and going to give some big, awkward hugs.
She's a hugger.
If you haven't figured that out.
No, everything's going okay. Not great. Got back from our trip overseas last Sunday night. So
That
3 days of dealing with a time change really messes you up. My numbers surprisingly have not been horrible on the glucose.
Nice.
Right around 100 morning fasting glucose, and that's with not really following a decent window or really managing carbs that great. But my ketones have been in the tank. I've been a lot more physically active. The weather's been decent, so a lot of walking, a lot of yard work and that type of stuff. So I'm trying to convince myself that part of the reason my ketones were low is that I was actually using some.
Possibly.
Don't know, possibly. But between traveling last week and then traveling this week, I've just kind of given myself some space to say, you know what, I'm not going to stress about it right now. I don't know if I'm going to fast the next couple of days or not. I was kind of leaning towards just doing a sardine challenge, just to stay into some kind of routine. It's kind of the plan I got going right now.
Good one.
Good deal.
And just know he traveled overseas, so he had a huge time change to deal with when he came back. So that whole circadian rhythm is messed up. Everything in your system, if you think of all the struggles, that affects everything, so to even be somewhat on track, I applaud you, Wayne, for just pushing through. And we're all going to jump in and do sardines. And we said we're going to have to get down there and go shopping and stock the fridge when we get to the VRBO or whatever it's called, when we get down there and stock some lovely sardines.
Yeah, we literally had a 12-hour time change.
That's
so
rough.
that really shakes your days to nights.
Yeah, it
and
does.
if anybody travels through time zones a lot, gaining time is a lot worse than losing time. Mm-hmm. So when it came home, it really was kind of crushed.
It'd be tough.
You got to do another, and got to do Monday twice.
Right.
It was I traveled on Easter Sunday, so I had the longest Easter of anybody. We had a 36 hour Easter.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be rough. God love you.
That's got to, yeah, that mentally got to mess with your mind. I'm going to leave Hong Kong on Sunday and get back home on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nuts. Well, good job. And I can't wait to see you.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. We'll get our schedules all pulled together either later tonight or tomorrow. It'll fit in somewhere, I promise.
No problem.
We'll get there. Linda and Rob, come tell us how you're doing. You having a better week, I hope, Linda.
Yeah, I'm in a better mind frame.
Good.
I sat and watched Ben all week, so that was some good information.
Yes.
You always have something in the box, you know.
Yep.
How's Rob doing?
Good.
Good.
I have found that I'm getting a lot more busy again. There's certain things that are, for the most part, I'd go, nah, I'll get it later. I'll get it later. But this last week I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So
cool, man.
Yeah.
Little bursts of energy.
My energy's coming up. Yeah.
Good.
I think that's one of the telltale signs when he's doing it good and he's making ketones. Like I said, he whips out a honey-do list faster than I can make one. I'm renting him out to girlfriends.
I don't know about that.
But you can tell a huge difference of,
You'll never be ahead, Wayne.
Nope.
You'll know, you're going to get those feelings and you're going to know when your numbers are good without even checking. I think that's one of the cool things of starting to learn, the difference of how you think, how you process, how many projects, instead of, like you said, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to go sit on the couch, it's like, hey, I'm going to run down the steps and do this, or whatever you need to do. So good job.
Yep.
Anything we can help you with this week, Linda? You think you're back on track? Are you good to go? Head back in the game?
Getting back on track. We're heading to the beach for a week.
Oh.
So
that's where she wants to go.
We are going to make plans to go to KetoCon next year.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
Because we want to get in on some of these hugs.
Right? Yeah, right.
You know what? We're saying we need to just make our own KetoCon up here in Ohio or somewhere up here a little bit closer for some of us northern people.
Northeast people.
Wherever. I have no sense of direction. So
yeah, whether we go to Ohio or Texas, it don't matter.
Right.
Yeah, we're getting closer to you guys anyway.
Someplace warm. That's the only requirement. It's beautiful here in the fall, though. I do love it here in the fall. Fall's gorgeous. But well, good job. Let us know if we can help you with anything, Linda. You know where I'm at. You got my number. So.
Yep.
Come on, Jeff. You want to come on in and say hi? Tell us how you're doing. Any questions I can help you with or anything?
There we go.
Jeff, you there?
All right, let me
guard.
Oh, we got you muted, Jeff. If you need to, there you go. Hey, there you are. Come on in. Say hi. Welcome.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, hang on. You're muted
You hit
again.
your mic again. Hit your mic one more time. There you go. Now you're unmuted.
There we go. Try again.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. So just wanted to join the group tonight. I have been, messing around a little bit with keto for probably 5 years, but got real serious about it the first of this year, and was down in Boca Raton and heard a lot of good speakers, including Dr. Boz, and decided to take the 21-day course and took that, and my wife and I are doing it together, and
Great.
Had a good 3 or 4 months of it. We're one of our hobbies is doing RV trips, so we're going out for a long RV trip here starting Friday, and so we're going to have to, there's so much temptation when you travel that that looks like a great restaurant and that type of thing. So we're going to have to try to stay away from those type of habits and try to do a lot of our cooking ourselves to sort of stay on track, but just enjoying it. having good success right now, feeling good, lost some weight. So still probably got almost, still like to probably lose another 35 pounds or something. I've probably lost 40 pounds. So I'm a little over halfway where I want to be. So still a lot of hard work to do.
Good. And on those restaurant moments, don't pick and choose them. I mean, you have to enjoy yourself, but stop at the steakhouses instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make it a quality stop, not something that you're going to say, man, I really wish we wouldn't, one, spent the money there, or two, I don't feel good after that. Right. You know, those two things right there should drive you on where to stop and when to stop. Right. You know, maybe after a long day of driving, you need to stop.
We go in with a major plan. Like we know exactly if we're stopping at Longhorn, we know we walk in, it's 2 ribeyes, 2 Caesar salads, and 2 club sodas. Don't bring the bread to the table. We keep it stupid simple, but we plan ahead. We know exactly what we're doing, what we're going into, and we know which restaurants do okay with our body. We know which ones we don't get the crappy seasonings that affect us and make us a mess. Just try to think it through and plan it through. But I think that's awesome. So good job for doing that and sticking with it after the 21-day course, because that's a good jump start. That is a way to get your body going in the right direction for sure. But we're glad to have you on the journey with us. So thanks for coming in.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Make sure you in your preparation for your RVing, pack some success in your toolbox. Don't, pack that RV full of a bunch of successes.
RV full of sardines, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beef jerky and all that kind of stuff. If you're going to snack, you better have a good snack.
Hard-boiled eggs travel good too.
Oh yeah, hard-boiled eggs do good.
Sometimes little things like that. Just make sure you're keeping those carbs down. That's all. Keep that sugar down. Everything else will fall into place.
Good luck to you, man.
Yeah, good luck. Uncle Joe, come tell us how you're doing on your keto journey. Anyways, I know.
My numbers went nuts. And that from the 30th until this morning, I was never below 180.
A DBR 180 or your glucose 180?
DBR 180.
Okay. So that was during your radiation though and everything too, right?
Yeah. That's when I was going through the radiation and everything. So I wrote it off to that. But I stayed on the diet and today mine was my DBR was 80.
Good.
Nice.
Good. Nice work. And what a good rebound. That's exactly what you need to do. On the days that you're stronger and you're feeling better, you're going to get that DBR down as low as you can and keep it going. And when your body's under the stress, whether it be from the radiation, from treatments, whatever, when you're under that stress, your body's going to go, it's going to go up. Cortisol is first of all going to be abundant. So, you got to do the best you can do when you can.
Yeah. So just sticking with it.
Are your blood counts staying up good?
I guess they do blood work every time I start to have infusion, and they just tell me, my numbers look good, and they haven't told me what they are, just that they, everything looks just fine.
Good.
And that
keeping that DBR as low as you can is going to be the key to keeping you fighting at the cellular level. That's going to be the key to keep you going. So do the best you can do on the days you're not taking treatments, not having radiation, anything like that. You need those proteins to help rebuild. You need, keep everything going, keep those fats up, the good fats, no rancid oils, make sure there's no bad things going in, and let your body rebuild and do its job.
Yeah. Well, the radiation that finished, and I'm done with those. I go back to UAB the first part of May next month. And they're doing another MRI and that to make sure that, like the brain and that the cancer cells are, the tumors are done and that. But I'm just going to stick with it and see what the hell we do.
Use the time frame between now and May when you go back to do stay in the deepest ketosis you can. That lower the drboz ratio, the better and the stronger you're going to fight when you go back.
Yeah, the one thing that I was surprised at was the pucker up.
Mm-hmm.
I would take it, and it would only raise my ketones like 0.1. Is all it would raise it.
Okay, so some of us had some different reactions when we first took it. When I first drank that, I struggled they'd bump me up real quick and then they would drop really quick, like within an hour. And I kept thinking, what the heck? This whole thing, they should be last longer. But what they've helped in the long run, they help jumpstart that liver into making ketones. So it may have jumped up really quick and dropped down or didn't register real quick, but it's stimulating your liver to help teach the liver how to make a ketone.
Yeah, because I would take it and then like an hour later do my blood work again. And it would only go up by 0.1.
I wonder if it already spiked up and
you
came
might have
down.
been catching it on the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because they're quick in and quick out, but the go in those, especially the pucker up, there's no sweetener in them. There's no nothing. That is straight ketones. Those are going in. They're going to help with the brain health, and they're going to help that liver jumpstart the liver into making ketones.
Yeah.
Just like knocking on the liver's door saying, hey, pay attention.
Yeah. And it's like, and how Dr. Boz always explains it, shows ketones, what's the word? Begate ketones. Ketones help produce ketones.
Yes.
So it's going to help you learn how to use them. It's going to help your brain know how to use them. It's going to help the liver produce them. Ketones in circulation just help the whole process get going. Sooner or later, you'll be making those ketones on your own and you won't need all of that. But right now, with what you're going through, we're going to biohack and help your body every way we can.
They had been like around 0.3, 0.4 the whole time I was going through the radiation. Today, I think it was 1. It was back.
Nice.
Good. So you're coming back up
Again,
already.
nice rebound.
Yeah, nice rebound.
Mm.
It is. And that speaks volumes to how strong your body is.
Yeah, we just keep plugging away.
Good job.
Attaboy.
We love
Hang
you.
in there, brother.
Hang in there.
Bye.
Okay. Who we got? Ellen, come on in, honey. Come tell us how you're doing.
Hi, Ellen. Welcome.
Sorry it's been so long since I've seen you guys.
That's all
That's
right.
all right.
Come on in. Life happens, right?
But thanks for the invite.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Doing okay. Since the 21 days, I've kind of struggled a little bit. I've kind of had a skin issue that has kind of had me down. But over the last week, I've like really done a lot of studying and watching videos. And kind of this weekend, I sat down, got me a new journal and made me a 6-month plan. So
Awesome.
I'm hoping that's going to help me out. And I wish I was going to see y'all since I live in Texas, but I'm not going to be going.
Oh, what part of Texas you live in?
I'm up in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a brother who lives in Texas. Lives in, but not going this year. Hopefully next year I'll go.
There you go.
We'll get a big plan going. We'll meet up with everybody next year.
And
With the skin rash, do you think that's a keto rash that you're getting with that? Or is it something different going on?
No, it was COVID. I first got it in 2020 and it's just progressed really bad recently. So
No, I'm sorry.
Been trying to do all kinds of things. Dina's been helping me out.
Good. Keep doing that, keeping that DBR. I'm sure she's telling you, keep it as low as you can, work on that immune system, keep everything so you can fight as strong as you can. And, working on that autoimmune stuff is tough. It really is. It's a tough one, but the best thing you can do is keep it low and slow.
Yep. Ketones work, man.
Yep.
Right. Well, last year, I don't know if you remember, when I did the continuum, I lost migraines. I did 14 weeks of 72 hours.
Nice.
And I have not had a migraine since September of last year.
Amen.
That's
Good
awesome.
I was 7 years old. So
and that stuff right there is huge. That's what people, even in my speech when we were talking through it, it's like so many people think ketosis or keto is to just lose weight. And it's like, we're trying to even think of another word for it because it's not even about keto. That's not what it is. This is healing at the cellular level. And when that inflammation you've had for years for migraines or in autoimmune disease and things like that, it's like, it's huge to see. It's not just a medication to fix it or change it. It is, we can make my body do it and heal and change it.
And it's just how
huge.
much your body can actually fight with that so whatever comes at your body later. I mean, even if you're not struggling with anything now, like, me, I really wasn't struggling with anything until my back injury. And that has really, I put the pieces together of that because I was in ketosis so hard before that surgery. I have 0 side effects from any of that surgery. I am like,
he was his prized pupil of the surgeon.
I mean, it was just like I haven't had back injury. And it's amazing to me that I would heal that way. And
I think that's what's cool though, is learning how many different things it helps. It's not this weight loss is just a happy accident. The rest of what's going on, even for those of us that are struggling, like I'm struggling understanding that complete fat lipid panel, because I know my fat's got to stay high. I know I need to stay in ketosis, but my body does struggle with the cholesterol thing. So I'm trying to learn all that I can and absorb all of the information on that. Dr. Barry just had some great videos. Dr. Boz has done some great ones on cholesterol. That Dr. Avadio has a good one out.
Dr. Avadio.
They were some neat stuff that's out there but it's trying to absorb it all and understanding that we're, even the girls at cardio rehab, I understand what they're saying of, it's helping one thing, but I have to be aware of what else my body is struggling with. So it's helping all my inflammation. It's helping the neuropathy. It's helping all of the brain issues, the ADD, all of those things. But I am still struggling with, that high cholesterol and everything, trying to understand where that comes into play in our journey without jumping off our journey and learning to apply it at different levels. But there's so many different things that it helps with that I think it's just the win. It really is.
Yep.
Hey, Tammy, can I jump in a second?
Please do.
I think Rob and Linda were referring to the talks this week that were on Benazati's shows. And Dr. Barry was on this week talking about this very topic, the lipid panels and such. And he brought up a research paper that a doctor named David Diamond put out. He referred to this in the Azadi interview. So I searched it literally today and saw an interview that Barry did with this Dr. Diamond, which got me a search, and I found his research paper and also an article about him. So I will get this into a PDF form and email it to you.
Okay.
It's very technical, so you got to sit here and read it, at a snail's pace to understand it. But basically, at the end of the day, they were saying that the research showed that if you became metabolically healthy and you had low triglycerides and a reasonably high HDL, that statins show no benefit to you.
Right.
So it really helps with the motivation because, well, how do you get metabolically healthy? Well,
what we're doing,
high fat diet.
Yeah.
So that's something that you can bring in. My plan was to bring this into my doctor and say, okay, you have me on a statin right now. I'm halfway generally where I want to be. So I want to make a deal with her on saying, hey, I want to get off these statins. Here's what I've been looking at. I'll agree to stay on them now, but I'm working my way towards being metabolically healthy. So I'll share these things with you.
That'd be great. I'd love it.
Yep.
It's a hard juggling act. It really is.
It's like a big giant math puzzle. I mean, because we gotta understand how her body works with medication, without medication, what other factors she has from history, just her family history, what her DNA is, plus the way we live now. How does that affect each of those factors, plus all the other medications that come into play that they want to put her on right now, just so she can start the journey. You know what I mean? She has to be on some of those just to make sure. But until we can figure out this whole big giant math puzzle of how everything plays together and in what proportion we need to do each thing, that's where we're really struggling to get the right information so we can make the right decisions.
It is. And I think trying to find somebody that can juggle it all and read it all, this is over my pay grade, kind of thing. I don't want to have another heart attack, but I'm not going to put a foreign, another medication in my body if I don't need to. I can't take a statin, so it's hard. It's a juggling act that we've all got to learn to play with of each of our chemistries. But I think just knowing we can reverse diabetes. I mean, Wayne, look where your glucoses were a year ago. Look how far you've come. You're a different man than you were a year ago. And there's just those times that we're taking changes in so many different directions, and we're healing so many different things that you can't take that away. It's
just like, Ellen's, no migraines.
That's huge.
That is huge.
That is,
that's something that,
my son has migraines, and I'm telling you, I went over where he's had a ratchet strap around his head, and I swear to God, he was going to crush his skull.
A ratchet strap.
And he's literally
ratchet
just squeezing down on it. And it breaks my heart because it's like he's in that much pain. And it's like, it's the same thing when he's doing this, his migraines are gone. He don't have a breathing, he's not having attacks where he has to go to the hospital. It does so much more than keto. Like I said, losing weight is just a happy accident.
I was just going to say,
there's so many bigger fish to fry in this problem that we deal with.
And, Ellen's probably got now motivation to the fact that, hey, I fixed that, or that had a contributing factor to that. What else can I do? What else? What's the next thing I can do?
What's the next level?
You almost get that.
Go ahead, Ellen, jump in.
One of the things that I'm still struggling with, though, is my brain. And I talked to Dr. Boz about it, and she gave me a plan that I should try to do, because I'm still having the brain fog, and I have trouble speaking, and my spelling is horrible. And I'm always telling my husband, how do you spell it? And I'm talking simple words like Wednesday, simple thing. And 2 minutes later, I can spell it by myself.
Yep.
So, but she really helped me, and good. I told her I'm going to go for it. See if I can get.
Did she give you like the left-hand loops and the journaling and all those kind of things, jump rope?
Yeah. And she told me I really need to do like 36 hours. She said, don't go over 36. Because I told her I did it with 72s, and she kind of just gave me a little bit,
That kind of give your body a break. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the brain health is where it's truly at. So you're talking anxiety, depression, seizures, all kinds. All of those things. And the brain health is so real. And those of us that have been on medications, when I seen the SPECT scan of what a brain looks like of opiates of 7 years, it looks like it's holier than a piece of Swiss cheese.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
I was on opiates for 18 years. So if you've had migraines for that long, think of the damage. And if you've been on medications, think of those long-term damages. We're not going to fix this overnight. I do struggle speaking. It's, if you even notice.
But it is fixable.
Yes.
You can reverse some of that.
You can make a difference.
Make progress. Yeah.
But I haven't had a seizure.
Happen.
What's that?
I never thought it would ever happen. I just I was going to die that way. So
no, you can change it. You can fix that. You can turn that around in the brain health. That's why the dementia can be better. The Alzheimer's can be reversed. I haven't had a seizure in 4 years since I started this. All those issues can just be helped and made better. And again, just stick with it, do it. You will heal that neural pathway in the brain. You will regain what you can.
Consistency.
Yep. And again, that's exactly why we don't get to jump on and off. We don't get to half-ass this. We don't get to do it kinda. We jump in with both feet and we stay there. And that's where we got to stay. And I think that's the best part of this group is most of us are people that don't have that luxury of jumping in and out. We don't get to make the excuses. We have a million excuses.
And habits are hard to break.
Yeah.
They really are. You think of how long you've been ingrained in your habits, and to try to break them within a few months, that's hard, but it's almost an unrealistic goal, because you've had how many years to build those habits and reinforce those habits to say that they were okay. Now, all of a sudden, all I've been doing and all I've learned now is not okay. That's kind of hard to unlearn. You know what I mean? And train yourself and teach yourself. But it's every time you get a choice, every time you get a circumstance, you get to reaffirm that that's what you need to do.
We're a little more than 4 years in, and it is just now where we can say this lifestyle is so easy, because not that it's always easy. The choices are always easy. Do we want to do stuff? Yes. Did we want to go have ice cream with the kids? Yes. But on the most part, from a day-to-day function, it is the easiest process, because it's the least time we've ever dealt with dealing with food. When you're eating one meal a day, you're not spending all day in the kitchen. I don't cook and clean all day. We're not grocery shopping. The money we save not buying snacks and all the other meals, we can eat very well in that one meal a day.
We kind of throw it up there. We eat a lot of steak. We do.
We don't mean that as
we're not throwing that out there because of woohoo. it's what works for us.
And there's nothing else in our house.
I mean, we went and had wings the other night, and we both got done, and we looked at each other and were like, we should have went to steakhouse. You know what I mean? We feel better.
We got $90 in wings and a couple appetizers that we were trying to
$90.
And we still kind of walked out of there like, dang, I probably could have still had a steak and be hungry. It was just, so it's not to say woohoo of eating steaks all the time, but it's just, we don't buy anything else. I mean, we have a poor kid coming to stay at our house and I feel so bad. I'm like, dude, I
nothing in the house.
Tell me what you want to eat, because I'm going to have to go buy food for you, because there's nothing. We pick our meat up at the butcher every week and come home. It's sardines
and pork rinds. I mean, other than that, it's it.
So we can afford to eat like kings and queens one meal a day, because we don't eat the rest of the time. So but you're going to learn those things, and it will get easier, which as the brain starts to heal and all that gets better, it's going to get easier and easier as you progress forward. And it really does. I mean, it just know slow and steady is going to win the race.
And it's one choice, one decision at a time.
One meal at a time.
That was weird.
That was weird. Everybody still there? Okay. You'll get there, Ellen. We're all here with you. And I'm glad you got Steen on your side. She'll help you over the turtles too. So we love you guys. Awesome. Come on in, Eric, Michelle, whoever can come in. Come on
There's
in.
Wilma.
Anybody
else need to jump in?
Come on in. Come and tell us how you're doing.
How you doing, Eric?
Hello. I don't know if you can see who.
We got the wife hanging out on the side again.
Oh, there she is. My arm comes in. I love that.
We each have
We're on a couch. We don't want to get too close to each other.
Yeah,
you know?
we each got our recliner on each side of it. So
I love it.
There you go.
Put it in the middle. Come on in. Tell us how your week's going, guys.
it's been an interesting week. Obviously, started with Resurrection Day. Michelle's mom and her boys came up, and we had a really good time. They ate all my pot roast, so I had to make some more on Monday.
Nice.
To which I then got a really wicked hot tallow grease burn on my wrist, so that started the week off great. Eating, for the most part, was good. I finished the pot roast, didn't burn it, didn't ruin it, but priorities. Eating the rest of the week was pretty good, and then Friday, Saturday, today, got off the cart. We burned it, covered it in dirt, threw gas on it.
Oh, you did
and lit it up again. So
jump
it's like,
off.
Just yeah.
Ooh.
Pushed it over the hill.
What made you make that decision, Eric? Can you?
The end of the hockey season. The last two home games were this past week. We won't be going to any more through the playoffs, and we decided to have just a meal, and then that meal turned into getting a cookie at the game, and then another one, and then the next day we did we didn't go crazy. It's just we haven't eaten what we would prefer to eat, because I'm sure before the night's over we'll both be like, yeah, pot roast would have been a lot better, or that steak, like you said, would have been a lot better, but not going to beat ourselves up over it. But yeah, these are the numbers. Going to be probably
beat yourself up, but start out tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah. No, tomorrow will be fine. We'll get back to 1 to 2 meals a day. Start checking the numbers maybe Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
It's kind of about it, really.
It is. And just know every time you jump ship like that, it will get easier and easier not to, because you'll learn, first of all, that first step, then you fall and roll and crash and burn.
It's what it leads to.
One step. Yeah. And it just, no, I don't need one step. I do not need to go that one step. And you'll find it gets easier.
We debated last night. I mean, we debated from the time we timely had a thought about it. Do we want to do this with the kids? Oh man, I don't know.
Make some keto ice cream. I can see them now. Like,
and then it is a nice night, this and that. We went back and forth. We're standing in line at the ice cream shop.
Still going, are we going to do this?
Are we going to have a bite? Are we going to have a sample? What are we going to do? And we're still in line getting ready to order, and it was, but that is huge for us, because before we would have said, oh yeah, boom, see ya. We're there.
Yeah.
But you know what kicked in for us? And if you're a big sports fan, and that was it was the emotional connection with my kids that got me. It was last year coming home from KetoCon is when I had the heart attack.
Right.
I have a little PTSD going in, flying down. I'm really nervous to get there. Like
she got some things to go.
I got issues to deal with to get to this airport, and it's hard. And I wanted that moment with my kids. I don't care it was that moment of, you know what, I'm going to go have ice cream with my kids. Cause if I don't make it home, I don't want them to be at Nana's house going, I wanted some real ice cream and Nana fed me keto ice cream.
And that, I think, is the other thing too, is we could settle for some half-ass ice cream froyo or something that's healthier, but still going off the rail a little bit. So enjoy
the best way to make it,
want, and then worry about pick up the pieces later. It used to really get on me where weekends would go off the rails and you'd weigh whatever number on Friday, and then Monday you're up 6, 7 pounds. You're just like, what? Why? Every weekend. And now I'm just like,
you can't do that every weekend.
Yeah. And so now the weekends are up, obviously up a little bit more, but nothing like that. And I also know that in 2-3 days, a lot of that water weight or whatever is going to be right back out, gone. I'll be where I was. And so sometimes you just got to enjoy life, however that enjoyment is defined.
And I think figuring out what the joy is.
What's that?
Figuring out what that joy is. The joy was spending the time with my kids. The ice cream wasn't the point. Spending the time and giving my kids that moment was the point. One thing for the ice cream, I'll have to make a video of it. We make some great ice cream, and it really is. If it wasn't for the kids right then, we would have been fine. We just use ice, heavy cream. Sometimes we'll throw an avocado in it, and we use like Drboz's chocolate ketones.
Okay.
In there and just put them in a blend. Like if you have a Vitamix or anything, just put it in there and blend it up really good. Sometimes I'll throw a can of coconut cream in it.
Okay. Yeah.
Just that and you blend that up in that blender. You can make it a milkshake. You can make it ice cream. And to me, it's perfectly fine. I could go without ever needing real ice cream. I would be fine. But it's little treats like that you're going to learn to do. You don't need to do it all the time, but when you want one, it's usually the answer we turn to. We didn't this weekend, but it's usually the answer we turn to when you want something like that. It doesn't happen often, but again, when you want that moment, don't let your decision totally derail you.
Yeah.
Again, and it was a decision.
Yeah,
we chose to do it,
and same here. We chose to do it. Again, I said part of it was the nostalgia. Really enjoyed the hockey games this season, and knowing that it's going to be 6 months before we're back, and so.
So make a commitment to yourself till either the time you head back, or make so many months, not a week commitment, because you need longer commitment. Most of us are advanced. Most of us are advanced here. So, we used to say make a week-long plan. Now I'm not going to give myself any grace. My birthday is in May. I will probably have a birthday weekend and some kind of something for my birthday, but I don't even know about that anymore. Yeah. But I will be fine until May. So pick a point where you can stay consistent for weeks, not days, weeks, and commit yourself to, okay, we had our heyday. Now I'm going to take the next 6 months, 3 months, whatever you think you can successfully do, and commit to it and hold yourself accountable to it. I mean,
start with attainable ones first.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Small goals first, and let those goals build upon themselves.
And do it.
My challenge is still the work conferences where I don't have control over meals so much.
All the food there. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm still trying to go into them with a strategy, but.
Eat before you go.
Bacon in your purse is always my answer.
Like all day. So from like 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. And then there's a couple that are coming up overnight. So those are a little more of a challenge, but yeah. But still trying to make a plan and, find out in advance and go from there. So, and then not derail him. So,
and just go into anything you're doing like that, whether it be a birthday party, a family dinner, a game, anything like that. Go to them eating first. Eat what you will fill up on and keep you successful first. Be so full when you go into something that is going to be difficult. Be so full that food almost repulses you, that you do not want another bite. Whether that's getting everything in you. Go prepped and ready. Go prepped for success. And sometimes that means you just need to eat ahead of time and go visit with or do whatever you're going. We go to his family dinner, his family's every weekend, and Bill makes the best chicken, and we'll have a little bit of salad one day a week and some chicken. And we don't even have the rest of the stuff. It's about getting to see the family. It's about getting to see the kids and loving on his mom and dad and just being grateful. And all that thinking process of, oh my gosh, I'm going in here, we have to eat that, will change. It will get easier. I promise. It really does.
Yeah. We had some successful weekends going to the games where we would, eat a whole bunch of pot roast. Usually we have a lot of pot roast. So take a couple servings in some Tupperware, sit in the parking lot, scarf till that was done, and we went in or we had, like I said a couple of weeks ago, we had the dark chocolate pecans, so I have a couple of those just to get that fix out. Get it over with, and then we would walk in. Yeah, you smell all this stuff, and it was like, but this weekend just kind of seemed like the end of the road. So,
but you got a plan now moving forward. So
yep. No, we'll be right back at it starting tomorrow morning.
Good job. We're all on board tomorrow morning. We're all going to be helping each other, pushing each other through. So good job, guys.
I got one thing here from YouTube. Dana Williams. She said she'd been in a bad case of diverticulitis for the past 2 weeks, and in the ER, doctor put me on 2 antibiotics, couldn't stomach meat, but had to eat carbs with each pill to keep them down. She said she wondered how much damage she had done eating so many carbs for the past 2 weeks. She said she's eaten 3 boxes of saltines. So I basically told her to, start back slow, maybe with some bone broth, try to get that to help. But that's what she said her first step is. No antibiotics. Tomorrow is the first day, and she plans on eating lots of bone broth, going slowly, and adding some other foods.
God love you, Dana. We'll be praying for you, but just know you're on the right path. That's exactly what I would do. I would make the best homemade, dense, high nutrition density bone broth you could make. I would cook that for days and cook everything out of it you can. I'd put the chicken feet in it, and I would do all the things we don't want to do on making bone broth. I would do all of those things, and I would make those a part of every time your stomach is in, every morning, I would start with bone broth every day, every lunch. I would sip bone broth all darn day, and I would, especially going in on an empty stomach. And I don't know. I think there's something magic in the good homemade bone broth. You need to repair the gut. You need to heal, get all that healthy, happy bacteria going in your gut and get all that going. Being on an antibiotic is going to tear you up. So it's going to be rough. So just get your repair done, stay consistent. And I would just go slow and steady. Your carbs are going to, the carbs are going to have everything up, but you know how to reverse that. You're just going to jump right back in, keep the carbs as low as you can. That inflammation is going to come out. You're going to, pee out some inflammation.
You get over the antibiotics and they'll get out of your system at the right time, and just do what works.
Go back to the basics, use your chronometer, get the carbs. I'd take the carbs back down to 0 and, get them going. And another thing, instead of crackers, I don't know if you can, but I would always use bone broth instead of crackers when I would take medication, because they would give me that kind of fullness in my stomach. So I didn't have to put food in. So we can still get that insulin, keep that insulin reaction down. And it just always helped out. That's one of the things that I've always had to do with taking medications and stuff. I use bone broth for all of it. It's just a good little fix, but
hopefully that answers your question, Dana.
Hope it can help you, hon. If not, give me a buzz and we'll talk through it again. Come on in, Wilma. You want to come and check in?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm packing and getting all the food ready to go leave Wednesday morning for KetoCon.
All right, sweet. Another one.
It's going to be nice.
For the people that are maybe just starting out, I've been on this journey for 4 years, and I still have problems falling off the wagon because the carb addiction is very real. Absolutely. And once you slip, it's easy to keep slipping.
It's amazing how that craving comes back.
Yeah, your brain does not forget that.
Nope.
I think you really have to take it as serious as you do an alcoholic. I think until you can break that addiction, it's going to tease you just like an alcoholic. And I guess I always use that example of, you wouldn't take your alcoholic best friend
to the bar and say, hey, just have a light beer, or just have one, it'll be okay. No, you would not do it. And anybody in their right mind would not do it. So give yourself some grace. It's very hard to break, but just know when you tease yourself with it and you go back and something happens, you'll have a headache.
You're going to stimulate that addiction again. You're going to, just as an alcoholic would stimulate wanting alcohol again. So give yourself some grace in that. But that is where I say, hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself, hold your spouse, each other, whatever you can do, hold yourself accountable to make it happen. Hey, Laura's coming. So how's your week going, Wilma, besides packing? Are you staying the course in every way to do it?
Well, I was doing real good up until about a month ago, and life got in the way. And at that point, for me, I need to have so much electrolytes. I wasn't getting those in every day. My meals were a little bit off because of what was going on. And this week, I finally got back on track for eating right. And my chemistry is finally coming back now.
Good. Nice job.
So
and you'll find
by Wednesday, it'll be good drboz ratios again.
Hey, we're gonna have to show up and compare scores when we all get there. After we get through the stress of traveling, we'll have to compare our DBRs when we get there. It'll be cool. Good job.
Yeah, looking forward to being down in Austin.
It's going to be fun. There's going to be information overload, but we are going to throw out there. We're going to try to either go live, depending on how the service is in that building, because sometimes it seems like it works well and sometimes it didn't. So we're going to try to either go live. If we can't go live, we're going to record and we will go live when we get back to the house, or we'll share the videos and stuff.
Somehow we're going to be in contact. So
we're going to try to do as much as we can.
Stay tuned to the Facebook pages and stuff like that. Yeah. We'll try to post some stuff as much as we can.
Yes, absolutely. So it'll work. Any other questions, Wilma? Anything we can help you with?
Nope, I'm doing fine otherwise.
All right. We will see you down there. See you in a couple of days. Ooh. Laura, come on in and say hi. I know Laura always hides out, so I don't want to call her out, but
if she wants
it's good to see you, or good to not see you, but I'm glad you're here. Come and say hi.
Called me out.
Sorry. We miss you.
Okay.
Yeah. Or hear ya.
There we go.
See. There.
All right. I just got home and I forgot what time it was.
That's all right. It's just good to see you. So how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I kind of put myself on a 21-day challenge, and today's the last day of the challenge, and I'm going to go 21 days more. My goal was to be under drboz ratio of 80, and I stayed there until I went to my dad's house. It was after Easter, and he had all kinds of junk food, and we were trying to catch a skunk that was under the porch, and I blame it on the stress, but I had just a handful of Fritos, and then I had Girl Scout mint, and then I had some chips, and then I got right back on the program, but it took 3 days for my drboz ratio to go back down, but it's back down again. So
good. Do you find your body recovered pretty good?
It did, but I felt my joints hurt. My eyes were puffy.
Amazing how quick that comes back.
Yeah, it was like a hangover.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. And and when I first took the Fritos, I thought, okay, just the Fritos. But then once I had that taste in my mouth, it was just like
snowballed. Yeah.
He has so much junk. And I've been going up there almost every day because he's 89, so I check on him a lot. And so now I've made the rule I can't go into the kitchen unless I'm getting something for Dad.
That's love and dedication.
Too much stuff. I mean, even the peanut butter on the counter. He puts peanut butter on everything. And I'd love to just get a spoon and start eating this peanut butter. I just don't have that stuff at my house.
Right.
And I always end up cheating. To me, that's a cheat. I always end up cheating when I'm by myself.
Really?
When other people are around, I have no problem. Yeah.
At least you know your body. Set yourself up for success and don't be alone.
Yeah, and that's why I can't have that food at my house because I'm at home alone a lot. Yeah. In fact, my husband just bought some cookies at Costco for his softball team. And he goes, I need to get him out of the house, don't I? I said, yeah, you need to drive him away. Don't even put him in the car. I have ways to get in these cars. It calls my name. If it's around, it does. It still calls my name. And I've been doing this for 3 years. And I don't eat outside my eating window. I rarely cheat off plan. And so that was a big cheat for me.
But
I did it. I have to own it, I mean, yep. I think it's good for other people to hear. Or good for other people to hear too. That I don't want to go off plan. I really don't. And I know there's another group leader that she really hasn't gone off plan, and I was that way for 2 years, and then I probably cheated in the last year, maybe 3 times. So I don't do it very often. Yep. But I really wish I wouldn't have done it because my numbers were getting so low. I was in the 40s, nice. With my drboz ratio. And I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah,
but that's okay. It's
That's
life.
okay. And the
And I'm
beauty
glad
of
I
knowing
did.
how to get back there, you know exactly what to do to get back. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yes. I did. I took my BHB the next day. Well, that day I took BHB. And then I found out for me, I can't go right into fasting. I need to get my body back to where I need. Because if I've tried going back into the fasting in the previous times, and then I'll fast for 3 days, no problem. And then I just want to binge again. Not binge on bad food, just binge on keto food.
Yep.
And so I found for me, I have to, after a cheat like that, I have to get back to my drboz ratio under 100, under 80, and then I'm fine, back in the groove.
That's awesome.
And I'll do a sardine fast starting tomorrow or starting today. I started it today. So.
Yep. And again, you have all the tools in the toolbox. You know what to do. And every time you slip off like that and you do something a little off track like that, it's going to get easier and easier for you to get back on, and you won't want to go off so much. You know this. You're going to get there.
I don't feel good going off, and I knew that. I mean,
yep.
So, but I mean, I remember drboz saying it's how'd she say it? It's how long you got off the wagon, not that you got off the wagon. How long did you stay off the wagon?
Yep. And it doesn't. One day does. That's what I was talking about earlier. Is one day does not roll into 1 week or 2 days. It's like we did it. Yeah, we fell off yesterday too, or we didn't fall off. We chose to take our kids out for ice cream. We had the grandkids, and we got ice cream, and it was that moment of we debated it. We stood there and had the debate back and forth of and it's like, you know what, we're going to enjoy this and do it with the kids, but today it was right. We fasted till our roast was done, and we ate after church, and we're good. But it does. One day doesn't become two, and two doesn't become a month. Kind of thing. So,
well, I don't look at mine as 1 day. Mine was 15 minutes.
Good for you.
Good job.
Good for you.
Nice work.
I could have stretched it out for a whole day, but I decided not to. I decided, nope, that's good. You did it. And
ours
you know
probably
what
lasted an hour.
It's funny because everything did taste good, but not that great.
Afterwards, you're like, man, that the payoff was not there.
It wasn't the dopamine response it used to be.
Right.
No.
It's amazing.
And we instantly, I swear, we sat down and started taking it. By the third bite of ice cream, I had an instant headache. It was like,
she looked at me, it was going, oh,
it's
man.
like, why did we do it? But, and the kids, the kids didn't even, they wanted it, but they didn't enjoy it. Max sat there squeezing his head, and Harper's bouncing off you learn, you really do. But I love the beauty of knowing how we can wake up tomorrow, or
start right back over.
And that's fine. We know what chemistry to do. We know how to get that insulin response down, and we get in. That's where the migraines are going to stay away. That's where the joint pain is going to go away. That's where all the magic happens. So it is. Good job. I'm so happy to see you.
Yep.
Nice to see. Are you coming to KetoCon?
Nah.
All right.
It's softball season for my husband. He coaches high school softball, and we got there's 2 tough games that weekend, and I decided not to go. I got to support him.
Well, we'll miss you. We will miss you anyway.
Good deal.
And
what's that?
I said I'm going to get the virtual tickets, so I'll be good.
Get in.
Excellent.
And we're going to try to share as much as we possibly can. So
yeah, I'll listen to you.
Probably nothing you've not heard before. So, any questions over there?
Nope. YouTube is kind of quiet, so I think everybody's.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Shoot.
What is this virtual ticket I just heard about?
KetoCon has a virtual ticket.
There's a virtual ticket where they're going to try to record all the keynote speakers. It
happens afterwards.
I'm not sure how it works.
Okay.
But go to the website, ketocon.org. I think it is. Is it ketocon.org?
Ketocon.org.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Go over to the website. There is a virtual ticket. I think it's $100. Try using my code JTK50. It may still save you some money. I don't know how that is at the cutoff now, but I'd try it. And it'll give you video access where the stuff they record, you will get access to. So, it's going to be neat, because if you haven't looked at the lineup, I mean, it's an intimidating lineup. It is. She's got some amazing people this time, and I'm not one of them. I'm just saying she's got some amazing people, doctors and coaches and educators, and she has a lot of good stuff this year. She has really amped up the speakers.
And it's a virtual replay pass is basically what it is. So it is, you're able to watch all the recorded presentations and panel discussions.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
Access instructions will be provided via email and within 30 days after the show. So it's going to be after KetoCon, but you're able to go back and get
watch it all. So if it's all the presentations and the panel discussions, that'll be cool, because the panel discussions, like they'll just talk about a topic. Like I get to talk on the success panel one, and they'll just have a group of people talking about different things, and it's just neat. I think the tickets include.
Yep. Thanks, Wayne.
Yep. Thanks.
Replay pass.
I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it would be worth checking into, because I think it's going to have some amazing speakers. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that about myself. I'm saying about the other people are amazing stuff they're going to be talking and teaching on. So it's going to be good. Well worth $100. Easy.
Yep.
Well worth it just to have the information. But we're going to try to live stream if we can. If we have service, we'll try to live what we can. If not, we're going to film and try to share the good stuff with you. We are going to try to take y'all along with us. Every time I say that, electronically something happens. So I am going to try. Last time my laptop took a dump and all kinds of things. But so we're going to try to share this with everybody as we get there. It's going to be cool, but it'll be fun. So we're going to get on the road. I doubt we're going to be able to have support group next week unless I can get somebody to run it for me. So if anybody's up and you want to run, come on, Laura.
No, she's already shaking it. No.
Stina, yeah. But
Stina's going to be there.
Yeah, Stina's going. Everybody that's going, it finishes Sunday night. So everybody's going to be busy. So unless I have somebody jump in and say they'll take it, we may have to just cancel for next week and we'll kick in.
But we'll see. We'll see what maybe we'll shoot a live down in Austin or something.
We'll see. We're going to share as much with you as we possibly can. So we're going to take you along with this. And I want everybody to see, first of all, the education stuff that's going to come out of here is going to be phenomenal. And the success, the people that have, how many different ailments people have turned around, because it's trying to unlearn what we've all been taught and relearn this new science is huge. And that's not easy to do. You know, it's a struggle for everybody to unlearn what you've been processed and beat into your head your whole life. But the success stories can't lie. You cannot deny when she's saying she hasn't had a migraine in 4 years, and how long, when you haven't had a seizure in 4 years, when you can't deny that, Wayne was diabetic, you cannot deny what this does. So we may have other bugs we got to work through and things like that, but so good. Just good stuff. So come on, you got a question, Rob?
No, just a comment. I think it was brought up when Dr. Ken Berry was speaking. He's going to be there at KetoCon as well. But Wayne reminded me of it. A lot of times, some doctors, their whole training and philosophy is to push medication. Yeah. And if you don't feel right about that, and they get upset about it, that emotional reaction to it isn't really right. And a lot of times, like Wayne was talking about, certain reports out, go ahead and have the courage to take to your doctor that report.
Absolutely.
And see if he'll listen to you. Maybe you'll open his eyes to some things are reversible. Medication is not the cure-all. It's just putting a Band-Aid on that wound, as we all know.
And here's the funny thing. I mean, most of us don't realize the doctors work for us. We're the boss. This is our body. You're telling me what I should do, but hey, what about this? Does this fit in the plan? And
another thing that comes in some of the studies, because I've been just binging on the fat studies right now, because I'm worried, I am worried about my own cholesterol and my numbers and that LDR and the NMR, that was a new one to me, is getting that NMR. So I'm trying desperately to understand it, but there's, so many of those medications, and Dr. Berry was just talking, one of them they want me to take is the Repatha to drop that instantly down. Well, I need cholesterol for my brain. So help me understand, if I drop that down to nothing, what happens? And when you read the one study, yes, it will drop my number down, but it does not change my instance of cardiac disease or heart attack. So I could still be at the same risk for a heart attack.
Whether
I'm
you
just going to
take it
die with
or
a
not.
lower number. So it's kind of like a blood pressure pill. If you're not fixing what's making the blood pressure the problem, then you're just dying with a lower blood pressure. I mean, I want to fix the problem, not just make it look good on a chart. You know, I want to fix, but most people, and prior to, you know, us doing this journey, everybody wants a quick fix and a pill without looking and finding what the root of the problem is. And now that we're learning and our minds are changing of, I want to fix the root of the problem, whatever that is. If that means I can't have steak 5 nights a week and I have to have fish 3 nights a week, then I will do that. But I don't understand. I want to understand the process. I want to understand what those lipids are doing in my body. Why is my cholesterol different than the next person's cholesterol? Trying to understand all of that. And I love that Dr. Barry and Dr. Boz teaching on the cholesterol. And, you know, all of them are, there's a, Ali, no, what was that? There's another doctor. Does anybody know his name? Ali, Dr. Ali, Nardi Ali. Something like that. He's another one that teaches on the fat panel. He's a fat adapted cardiologist.
Yes.
And it's just one of those, again, when you can get that other input, you know, doctors give us the rules and the regulations as we were eating the standard American diet. I don't eat the standard American diet. So my protocol shouldn't be the same as the person that is. You know, I do not put a processed food in my body, period. It doesn't happen. So I have a different chemistry than the person that's still living on processed crappy foods. You know, I don't put crappy oils in my body. I don't do any of that. So it's just a hard juggling act to learn, but it is hard when your doctor is still old school and doesn't look at the other ones. You know, he's mad at me for not taking the shot. I mean, he was snarky.
Dr. Nadir Ali.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, he has a channel called Eat Mostly Fats.
And he's a cardiologist, so
he's a cardiologist.
Me a little, you know, kind of thing. But again, you got to take that process. But it's trying to get somebody to understand our chemistries are different. Our chemistry is not the same. I understand we still have to figure out this whole cholesterol thing, but I don't want none either. It's there for a purpose, you know. So just things we all have to learn and juggle to do. But as you learn your own chemistry, it's going to get better and better. And we're going to keep getting healthier and healthier because we do know how to do this. We're going to keep pushing through. We'll figure out the bumps in the road. Everybody is not the same. Everybody does not function the same. My body overreacts to everything. So why wouldn't it overreact to this too? So it's just powerful, of course.
One size does not fit all.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We're going to figure it out. And I may have to do some tweaking in it, but I'm going to figure it out. So we're going to.
Did you say MMR?
N.
Nancy Mary.
It's the big lipid panel test that Dr. Boz was talking about. Okay. So it has all kinds of, it's all the particle sizes and everything. So
yeah, it gets down to your actual cholesterol particle size
of all LDL and VLDL and all of it. So yeah. Another thing I want to throw out, I'm so excited. When I got done with Primal Health Coach, I got an affiliate link for all of the Primal Health Coaching products. They have so many more products than I realized. And, you know, they make all the products. They've already done the ingredients check for you. No crappy oils, no anything. So go to our website, journeytoketo.com. There's a whole page under resources now for Primal Health. And right now there is a free bottle of their marinara sauce for like a $30 order. So go in through my link if you would. Go through the website. It helps us a little bit. And then go over. If it's not on sale, use the Journey to Keto. We'll help you with the 10% off. If it is on sale, then the code doesn't work you can't double up on the things. If you just go in with our link from our website, and it'll take you to their website then to shop around. It'll help us a little bit. So we appreciate it. And it's exciting to be a part of them. They're going to be at KetoCon and it's just going to be fun. So
is that Primal Kitchen?
Yes.
Primal Kitchen. Yep.
Yeah.
I use their product.
Yep, their mayonnaise is good. They have that garlic aioli that's so good. They have a buffalo sauce that's really good. All kinds of good olive oil, vinegars, all kinds of dressings and things like that. The stuff that we've wiped out of our fridge that we can't have because you can't find good ones. They have the good ones. So it's going to be good. Any questions? Anything we can help you with this week? I know we all got lots to do. Everybody good? All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We're going to catch you on the run. You're going to see how we travel and try to stay in ketosis as best we can and function through it. And we will see you all down in Texas with some big, long, awkward hugs. So
Nice.
we love y'all.
Thank
Have
you.
a good week.